Okay, today we have yarrow, number 4 in my medicinal garden mini series. Yarrow is a perennial that produces white cluster flowers. And these flowers attract our pollinators. So this is a threefold for the medicinal garden: culinary, medicinal, and pollinators. It's also drought tolerant and it thrives in poor soil with little maintenance. We know we love little maintenance. But before we get started, it is time for us to do our yard work. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today in this beautiful day here in Zone 8A. Take a second and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell so you won't miss anything. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for keep coming back. Helicopter. Okay. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back yet once again and hanging out with me in my garden. Channel members, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Okay, now we have to list a little bit more yard work to do. As with always, I would like to just say that I am not a healthcare professional. I am not a nutritionist, a dietitian, an herbalist, or a doctor. Everything that I am talking about today is what I will be doing in my garden. This is the research that I have done for myself and my family, and I am just sharing it with you. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. So let's start off with the culinary part. Yarrow has a peppery taste, but it's kind of on the bitter side as well. The flowers can be used just like edible flowers. And when it comes to the medicinal part, the flowers are the most potent. It's good to add the flowers and the leaves, even to your salads. You'll have an aromatic type of flavor with it. The leaves can be used in any dish, just as a vegetable, soups, stews, anything. And if you boil the leaves and then simmer it in butter, it's a side dish all on its own. And both the leaves and the flowers are edible, and you can eat them raw or cooked. If you notice my thumbnail, it said the fountain of youth. Greek mythology folklore has it that the herb yarrow is so powerful, it was believed to bestow immortality upon anyone who bathed in it. So this is why my thumbnail says the fountain of youth. And herbal legend has it that yarrow is named after Achilles, the Greek mythical hero. He used yarrow to stop the bleeding of his soldiers during the Trojan War in 1200 BC. Now in the medicinal world, yarrow can be applied to the skin or wounds to stop minor bleeding, just as I mentioned back during the Trojan War. So yarrow goes way back. For those of you all who don't know what BC means, when I say 1200 BC, that is 1200 before Christ. If you take it by mouth, it can aid in inflammation and digestion. Other things that yarrow can be used for include fever, colds, hay fever, diarrhea, and even loss of appetite, gastrointestinal issues, as well as a sedative to relax you. And if the need be, yarrow can be used to induce sweating, perspiring. Some people have even been known to use yarrow for a toothache simply by chewing on the leaves. Now, the one thing about yarrow is it does come in multiple colors, different colors. The flowers are in different colors. But if you want the medicinal uses out of yarrow, it is the white yarrow that you need to be interested in. As I mentioned before, yarrow is a perennial. Let's see. Does it need to be stratified? Yarrow seeds do need to be stratified, so you want to soak them in water, warm water, for a couple of hours. After you get done soaking them, then pour them on a paper towel. Make sure you sit the paper towel on a plate or something like that. Just pour all the water right onto the paper towel because they need to be placed in a wet paper towel. Then remove the paper towel from the plate, making sure you keep your seeds. And we're going to just fold it over. I'm wetting my paper towel just a little bit more, but we're going to fold this paper towel over so that we can keep the seeds inside. And from there, we will be placing this wet paper towel into another paper towel that is dry. That way they can stay moist without getting moldy from being too wet. So you want to just fold it over, making sure the seeds are in the middle and they stay inside. And then, like I said, just place it onto a dry paper towel. After that, you're going to put it in a Ziploc plastic bag. Put that Ziploc plastic bag in your refrigerator for the amount of time that is required on the package. And that's all it is to stratifying these seeds. Don't forget to label them. It germinates in 14 to 28 days. That's like half a month to a month. So if you're going to plant yarrow, please be patient. Okay? Soil temp between 65 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the germination. And it does need full sun. Okay? For planting depth, it's only 1/8 of an inch. So don't bury these seeds. That's the one thing a lot of people do. When they're planting seeds, they figure they need to put them down in the soil. A lot of seeds, the reason you don't plant them very deep or they have a very shallow depth for planting is because they need light in order to germinate. And if you plant it too far down in the soil, the light's not going to reach it. So don't plant it far at all. You probably can actually broadcast them. I mean, 1/8 of an inch. Don't bring out a tape measure and tape it. Just don't put it, but just put it and brush over a little soil over, just a little bit. The seeds need light to germinate. Okay, this is number 4 in my medicinal garden mini series. Again, if you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please take a second and subscribe to the channel. And as a matter of fact, everyone, share the video out in case someone else wants to know the uses of some of these herbs, or they want to partake upon their own medicinal garden. Okay, everyone else, my returning subscribers and channel members, thank you so much. I'm Pam. This is Zone 8A. And anywhere you can sit a pot, you can grow a plant.